Home stretch. Okay, last video I talked about how you can take any whole number. So let me just write up here. Let's say 2. 2 is a whole number. That's how we write 2. But if I want to write 2 as a fraction or make it look like a fraction, I can always place 2 over 1. So 2 equals 2 over 1. They mean the same thing. Therefore, for the negative exponent rule, I can take 8 to the negative 4 and place it over 1 to make it look like a fraction. But I'm not changing what the answer is. It's just 8 to the negative 4 is the same thing as 8 to the negative 4 over 1. So now in order to get rid of this negative exponent, we need to take the reciprocal of this fraction. So I need to switch my numerator and denominator. And so when I take the reciprocal, that basically flips everything. So my 1 becomes my numerator. And in my denominator, I have 8. And this time, it's to the positive 4. So the negative exponent, you get rid of negative exponents by just simply taking the reciprocal. And so this is my final answer. Again, because 4 is higher than anything that's squared or cubed, so I don't have to figure out my denominator here. This is my answer. Last but not least then, m to the negative 3. Again, I can write it in fraction form by taking m to the negative 3 and placing it over 1. And then in order to get rid of that negative exponent, because none of our answers, so in our future expressions, none of our answers can have negative exponents. Therefore, to get rid of it again, we take the reciprocal. So we flip the top and bottom. So 1 becomes my numerator, and my denominator has m cubed. So it's to the positive third exponent. Now, if m was actually a number, so let's say 3. So if in the denominator I had 3 cubed, I would take the time to figure out what 3 cubed is, because that's just simply 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. But for right now, because we don't know what m is, this is our final simplified answer using the negative exponent. Now, keep in mind, again, these are skills and concepts that you should have learned last year in your 8th grade math curriculum. If you didn't, that's okay. That's why I'm going over them now, because not only do you have to know how to do these different rules separately. So for example, you need to know how to do the product rule separately from how you do power of power, separately from how the quotient rule. But where the challenge lies, or where the challenge comes in, is when I give you an expression that involves more than one of these. So that's why it's really important that you get as much practice as you can of these rules individually, because in future expressions, you're going to see that I may ask you to use 3 different of these rules, or 3 different rules, in order to simplify one expression. So that's why practicing and memorizing all these individual rules is really going to be in your best interest. With that, we conclude our summary notes episode number 4. So remember, after this video, you need to take a picture that you've completed the summary notes with me, upload that to the assignment, and press submit before you head to your next assignment in Canvas.